Alrighty, so we are getting started here on the eggplane group build. We're doing the SR-71 Khakibird because I'm going to be painting it like one of the brown eggs. And as you can see, I've got it all together already. We're done. No. I just taped it together, of course, just to check the fit on everything and see what's going to go on and see what I'm going to be able to do. One good thing is, I'm trying to get this thing to come out, it won't, but these cones are separate pieces, so they don't necessarily have to be the same color as the fuselage. Just trying to decide, I'm going to have to study these engines to see if those are necessarily black or they are painted or what. I gotta study that, because I want it to be realistic. Gotta be realistic. And in the back here, these little pieces here are also, these are also separate, so you'll be able to paint those the whatever color they're supposed to be. So that might be neat. So the whole picture, the whole thing khaki, and these cones still black possibly, and then there's some kind of a jet metal something, and so on. So what we're going to be doing right now is gluing this whole thing together, because I'm definitely going to be able to spray it as one big piece, and I'll be back. Okay, so it is glued together now, and I have been working on the seam. Never mind that terrible blotch there. I will get that removed before I go to paint. But I've been working on the edge there, the seam between top and bottom, and that was pretty terrible. It attached right there to the sprue, and of course I had to get that looking good. Worked on all the seams between the engine, the top and bottom engine halves, and this is all glued together now. I have decided on the spike here. This is called an inlet spike on the SR-71 engine, and it is not necessarily black. If you can imagine, the whole thing is going to be this color, khaki, and it might have been a nice contrast to have the plane be khaki and then these little inlet spikes being black. It'd be a nice contrast, but it wouldn't be right for an airplane. For example, if the fuselage was painted silver, these would definitely be painted silver as well. So the whole thing's going to be khaki, and which is going to be good. I mean, it's all going to match. Isn't it kind of reminding you of the Jetsons, their car, their family spaceship? Anyway. It is all glued together now, getting ready to go out and paint it as soon as the sun comes up. And, well, not as soon as the sun comes up. I gotta wait for the morning dew to burn away. The cockpit, that canopy is not on there. That's not glued on there. So now, as it sits right there, it's ready for paint. I've got the rest of the pieces out here, and that's it. That's the whole kit, minus decals. I glued the fella together, and I will paint him up. Maybe a nice khaki. I'm kidding. Oh, and there's the afterburners. Inside will be a ceramic color, because it's ceramic. I did study the engines. We'll do a gunmetal out here, and a ceramic flat white or flat ceramic color on the inside. So anyway, next scene should it be it painted. That's pretty exciting. Let's see. And there we go. It is a Khakibird now. And I must say, paint job came out really good. I painted this yesterday, just barely. It was starting to sprinkle, just barely before it started raining. Got 2 coats on there, and then rushed it back into the shed to dry. But it was kind of cold yesterday. It rained all day, and temperature never got up. That's how stuff dries here in the shed is it gets really hot in here, and so this is still a little bit tacky. It's going to take a little while, or one hot day, which might be today. So anyway, there it is. It is looking, let me try to flip it over. Okay, so there's a look at the back. And the belly. Sure seems like there really is an egg in there. Let's take a look straight on. Silly looking thing. Anyway, we definitely have to wait for this thing to cure now. Oh, the seams. The seams came out great. Let me get close on the seam there. All that work on the seam paid off. So it's a silly little thing. Put this back down without dropping it. Just one more thing here. I want to try to get, tempt fate and try to get that canopy on there. So hang on, be right back. There we go. Even sillier now. It's just so ridiculous. Anyway, I wanted to put the canopy on because I wanted to get up real close to show what's coming up here. See that? Oh, those ribs on the canopy, they've got to be khaki. Or maybe this whole back side. Maybe there's just, I don't know, I'm going to have to look at the instructions, but needless to say, I have got some detail painting coming up that is going to be with the visor on and with the magnification doubler and an assortment of sharpened toothpicks. And that is coming up. And I will not be filming that because that's impossible. So that will just be the end result. Anyway, have the landing gear to go, which is right there. And paint up the little guy. Oh, and the afterburners. So yeah, there's just months and months worth of work still has to be done. So anyway, stay tuned. It's going pretty fast actually. There'll probably really only be like one more update. And or maybe two, depending on how well the decals go. Anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more. It's moving right along. See ya.